Now this was an official tweet put out by the Thorpe Park Twitter page. Hashtag Loggersleep 2019. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is TheJackSilkstone. So, it is finally time where we are going to start discussing what is coming to Thorpe Park in the 2019 season. As I'm sure many of you guys know, these are some of my favourite videos to film, and yeah, in today's video we've got some very exciting news to discuss and speculate about, so yeah, let's get right into it. First of all, we're going to take a look at everything that we know is 100% confirmed to be coming to the park in 2019. Most of these things have been released by the park themselves, mostly through their winter update series, so yeah, these things are 100% happening. So yeah, first of all, we have got some brand new artificial grass coming to the park. It makes me laugh talking about this because it was a bit of a meme when it came out. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Like, it's nice to see that the park are caring about just the general aesthetic and look of the park. So yeah, a few areas of the park have had some brand new like astroturf kind of grass put down, so that'll be really nice to see it looking all fresh once the park opens in March. Next up, we have something that won't really affect us in any way directly, but it is Nemesis Inferno is having a brand new lift chain put in. I'm sure for a lot of you guys this is like, cool, I don't really care, but yeah, it is quite a cool thing. I'm guessing it will just increase the reliability of Nemesis Inferno, which is already a very reliable coaster, but yeah, it's nice to see that they are putting in this maintenance onto these rides just to make sure that they run smoothly throughout the 2019 season. Another cool thing that was released by Thorpe Park in their winter update videos was the fact that Soar the ride is being completely jet wash clean. This ride is getting on now, and obviously with coasters running every single day, they do get dirty, so it's nice to see that the park is giving it a nice clean. Hopefully it will look nice and fresh when it opens again in 2019. Now next up, we once again have something that isn't too major, but it is quite a cool change that the park are doing, and it's the fact that Tidal Wave is having a sponsorship change, because previously Tidal Wave has been sponsored by Dr. Pepper. Obviously their logo used to be on the ride entrance board and on like the roof of the bridge that you used to cross over Tidal Wave. And with Dr. Pepper going, I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a new company, possibly even a drinks company, coming in and sponsoring Tidal Wave. Once again, it won't be a major change, but yeah, it will be something cool and something that will be changing for the 2019 season. And the final thing that we 100% know is going to be changing in 2019 is the fact that Rumba Rapids will be continuing to get its new boats. Obviously they started to test out these brand new boats for the Rapids back during the 2018 season. As far as I'm aware, the tests that they were doing on these boats went really well, and I believe they're going to be pushing to get all of the boats on this ride as the new upgraded ones. And at that point we now enter the speculation kind of part of this video, where the stuff we talk about might not be 100%, but it's the stuff that as far as we're aware could likely happen for 2019. And we're going to start off with Rumba Rapids. Obviously it was closed during Fright Nights in 2018, and a lot of people were thinking, ooh, could this mean that they're like planning on doing it up? I don't think it was to do with that. I think honestly the fact it was closed during Fright Nights was more of a money saving kind of thing, and maybe they didn't want to operate it in the dark without the new boats kind of thing, just as a safety kind of precaution. But I think it is kind of likely that we could be seeing a Rumba Rapids re-theme, or even just work going on over at Rumba Rapids, just to like switch it up a bit and make it a bit more fresh, because it is one of the rides that is super popular at the park, but it is getting a bit dated. And they've kind of like started a re-theme in the fact that they changed a bit of the theming in the tunnel, but they never really finished it. So I think it would be cool to see a complete overhaul of Rumba Rapids. And interestingly, on the website, the section that says about 2019, there is a picture of Stealth and Rumba Rapids in the background. I don't know if this is just like a complete coincidence, like it could just be a nice photo, but I don't know, it could be a very little subtle hint from the park that Rumba Rapids is going to be having some work done in 2019. As I say, complete speculation, but that could be one to watch out for. And next time we do go to the park to film a construction update over winter, we will be taking a look if there's anything going on over at Rumble Rapids. So next up, we're going to have a little chat about the Thorpe Park Reservoir app. Basically, within Thorpe Park's app, they have a map section, which is basically a map of the park. It lets you see where all the rides are and stuff when you're on park, and basically gives you directions. Well, over this winter period, Thorpe Park have recently updated their map, and there are a few changes on there that suggest things that could possibly be changing for the 2019 season. So before they updated the app, I actually screenshotted the old one, and as you can see on screen right now, this is the old map, and I've basically overlaid the brand new map on top of it so you can see the changes happening right now. Now, I'm sure as you saw there, the main difference is that basically a lot of the service roads and like bits that aren't needed have been taken off the map. Like the island next to Swarm Island's gone, and like a lot of the service roads, as I said, have now been taken off the map, which is completely fine. That's just a design like choice that they've made. But there are a few things within the park that have been changed, one of which is over at the Walking Dead The Ride, where they've just put in the brand new queue. Another one is over at the area where Do or Die was located during Fright Nights. That has been slightly changed. I don't think that's anything to read too much into though. I think they've just made it more accurate. But the second most interesting thing on this map change was the fact that Slammer has now been completely removed. It's no longer on this map, which makes sense seeing as it is no longer a ride at the park. It is still standing there. Could this mean that we're going to see it gone from the park though, like they're going to completely disassemble it and ship it off somewhere else? I don't know. Now, the only other visual change made to this map that I think is worth talking about is the fact that the area of land where Loggers Leap would be located has been removed. But we will talk about that a lot more towards the end of the video. So when you now go onto the map within the Thorpe Park app, that rhymed. But yeah, you can do this at home. If you go and look, Living Nightmare has been kept as a ride label, which, I mean, it might just be the fact that it's been left on there since like last year. But the fact that makes me think slightly differently is the Saw Alive label has been taken off, and all of the other like Fright Nights mazes on this map. However, they have kept the Living Nightmare label. So could this suggest that Living Nightmare will once again be opening throughout the normal season? Now, with Living Nightmare being added as an icon on the map, I'm a Celebrity has had its icon removed, which is a bit strange because that would suggest that perhaps I'm a Celebrity might not be opening as an attraction in 2019, which I personally wouldn't have a problem with. I'm not the biggest fan of I'm a Celebrity. I'd rather they use that space as a Fright Nights kind of space, and they put a maze in there every year. But yeah, this kind of come out of nowhere. As far as I was aware, they wanted to bring back I'm a Celebrity for the 2019 season because they obviously used it within Vulcan Peak, but they kept all of the I'm a Celebrity theming inside standing. So I don't know, it's hard to tell at this point. Feel free to vote up in the poll right there if you would mind if I'm a Celebrity got removed in 2019, because as I say, I personally would not mind too much at all. And it would make sense if they got rid of one actor-led experience and added Living Nightmare, because the actors that would have been in I'm a Celebrity would now be able to go into Living Nightmare. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So when it comes to Thorpe Park teasing things that they're going to be adding the following year, they often like to do so within their end of year video. Obviously last year they started to tease the Year of the Walking Dead, and the year before that they started to tease Rise of the Demon. And this year is no exception. There seem to have been a few tiny subtle hints within this year's end of year video that could be hinting at what is to come in the 2019 season. So we will take a quick look at the second half of the Thorpe Park end of year video, which I was lucky enough to feature in for just a few seconds. So yeah, let's take a look at that video right now. So the first thing we're going to discuss is this little patch of land that just seemed to randomly pop into the video. What does it mean? A lot of people are thinking that it's hinting at the next site of a new coaster or a new ride or something like that. And although I think that would be really cool, I don't think that is the case. If this has been intentionally put into the video, I think that this could be the first tease of the Thorpe Park Hotel. Because after a little bit of digging around and taking a look on Google Maps, I think I've basically managed to find the exact area of land where this drone shot was taken from. And that area of land is located just kind of parallel to the Thorpe Park Resort itself, next to the staff car park. As you can see on screen now, the trees pretty much line up in exactly the same way. And what's very, very, very interesting about this little patch of land is this is the exact area where plans were submitted for a permanent hotel at the park a few years ago. So in my opinion, if they put this like little clip in intentionally as a way of teasing, I think that this could be the very first tease that they are going to go ahead with this planned hotel in this certain location. This is complete speculation, like I'm not going off anything other than the facts I've just told you, but to me that's what this could be. I don't think it's teasing a new ride or anything. I think it purely is perhaps the first tease at a possible permanent hotel at the park. As you saw at the end of the video, the message "See you in 2019" popped up, and it was accompanied by like a birthday sound effect and party poppers on screen. And I think this could be the strongest kind of hint as to what could be coming to Thorpe Park in 2019. So it got me thinking, what birthdays are we celebrating this year at the Thorpe Park Resort? And there are 3 things that I came up with. First of which, Soar Alive will be turning 10 years old next year. So could we perhaps be seeing some things added to Soar? Obviously we know it's 100% being like jet wash clean, it's having a bit of a spruce up, so I don't know, could they be doing anything else with Soar the ride? I don't know. Another major birthday that's happening at the resort this year is the fact that Thorpe Park itself is going to be 40 years old, which is pretty mad, like to think it opened in 1979. So 2019 could be like a celebration of Thorpe Park being 40. They could be doing like loads of events and stuff to celebrate that. I think that's what this little message could most likely be hinting at, Thorpe Park being 40 years old. But the other thing, and the thing that I immediately jumped to when I saw this message, is the fact that Loggers Leap is going to be 30 years old in 2019. So as soon as I saw this birthday message, I was like, oh my god, could this be a hint that for Loggers Leap's 30th birthday, it's going to be reopening, it's going to be a big new thing. I don't know, it's, as I say, it's all speculation, but there are 3 birthdays happening. This little message could be hinting at any one of those. But while we are talking about Loggers Leap, I know a lot of you have been waiting for me to talk about this. Yeah, we've got a few things to discuss. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, on the brand new Thorpe Park map, the area of land has been kind of removed, which to me, unfortunately, suggests that maybe they're not looking at revitalizing Loggers Leap and bringing it back, because you'd think if they did do that, then they want that area of the map open so they could just add it straight on there as soon as it reopens. But yeah, I'm not going to look too deep into it, like they've literally just removed it on the map, like we're not going to discuss it too much. But something that was very, very interesting was this tweet that Thorpe Park put out, #LoggersLeap 2019. Now this tweet was 100% official, it was tweeted out by Thorpe Park, but it was then deleted literally seconds later. It was taken straight off. So a lot of people were basically going crazy, like this is pretty much confirmed. I was getting so many messages about it. Luckily I had Thorpe Park's notifications turned on Twitter, so I did manage to screenshot it as soon as I saw it. But this tweet seems to basically 100% confirm it, but I'm afraid, and as I said on my Twitter, this tweet was put out on the night of Thorpe Park's basically like end of year party kind of thing. So in my opinion. Someone probably got a little bit too drunk or something and put out this tweet as a joke, and it wasn't taken down straight away, but it has caused a lot of frenzy. And yeah, what was probably just a tiny, like, harmless joke has turned into this big thing now. So yeah, just to let you guys know, I wouldn't read too deep into this tweet at all. But still, we can continue the discussion of will Loggers Leap be returning in 2019. It's still so hard to tell. Like, everyone wants it to return so bad. To be honest, at this point, I don't really mind if they bring it back or if they do just get rid of it. I just want to, like, know either way, because there's no point in it just sitting there collecting dust and getting even more battered. I'd rather they just went for it, revitalized it, opened it as brand new, or they just completely got rid of it and built a new coaster or something. I would love to see it reopen in 2019, although as far as I'm aware, there hasn't been any work going on over on it. Next time I am at the park doing a winter construction update, which will be very, very soon, we will be spending a lot of time taking a look at Loggers Leap and seeing if there's anything going on over there. So be sure to subscribe to see that video, because it will be coming out fairly soon. Also, on my next trip to do a winter construction update, we will be taking a look to see if they're doing any kind of like groundwork, like testing the ground for a potential new coaster in the future, because if they're planning on getting a coaster open for hopefully 2020, but possibly 2021, 2022, then they will be probably starting to look at different areas to put that ride, and they will be testing the ground. So we will be taking a look at the possible locations for a new ride when we next do a construction update from the park. So yeah, as I say, be sure to subscribe, because that's going to be a very, very interesting video. So yeah, that is everything that I wanted to discuss in today's video. As soon as we get any new news or anything else confirmed for the 2019 season, I will be making another video, so be sure to hit the bell icon to be notified as soon as that is uploaded. Be the first to get that news. But yeah, I do hope you have enjoyed this video. Leave a thumbs up if you have, and leave a comment down below with what you are excited for in the 2019 season. Let me know what you're hoping is coming. Do you want Loggers Leap to return, or would you rather they just got rid of it completely and started work on a new coaster in that area? Let me know down in the comments. But yeah, thank you very, very much for watching, guys. My name is TheJackSilkstone. Goodbye.